Hello, I'm Andrew Bowen, and today we're going to be learning about the history of Portland and what makes it so unique today. As usual, I'm going to talk too fast and have confusing and pointless animations. You'll still probably retain some knowledge about this video's content, though. Mr. Bowen, I once heard that the history of Portland is really cool, and it has like all sorts of made by weird people who play hide and seek and like a pirate. As always, me from the past, you're wrong. There's nothing significant about Portland's history, but we're going to be learning about it anyway. Cue the intro. The history of Portland is less interesting than shag carpets. I'll try to make it fast like everything else in my videos. The land was originally owned by Upper Chinook Indians, who found the area to be an excellent place for hunting and fishing. They all died from smallpox. After that, the land was used as a place to pass through from Fort Vancouver to Oregon City, known as the Clearing. Captain John Couch discovered that the river near the clearing was usable by big boats. In 1843, a pioneer from Tennessee named William Overton bought the land along with some other nearby places. A lawyer named Asa Lovejoy from Boston helped Overton pay for the land and split it with him. 2 years later, William Overton got bored and sold his half of the land to Francis Pettygrove. Pettygrove and Lovejoy flipped a coin to decide who would get to name the area, and Francis won, so he named it after his hometown, Portland. A year later, Lovejoy sold his part of the land to Benjamin Stark along with half a herd of cows for the equivalent of about $34,000 today. 3 years later, Pettygrove left for the California Gold Rush and sold almost all of the land to Daniel Lonsdale. Lonsdale paid for it with a ridiculous amount of leather. A year later, Lonsdale sold half of his land to Stephen Coffin, which angered Captain John Couch and Benjamin Stark, because Stark used the land claim for a shipping business and the Sherman Brothers of New York. A few months later, William Chapman bought a third of the land for a big blob of cash, and when Lonsdale had to leave to go negotiate with Stark, Chapman had all the power. That isn't important, though. When Stark and Lonsdale came to an agreement, Chapman's land size was reduced by 10%, which made both Chapman and Coffin pretty mad, but they agreed after negotiating with Couch. In 1850, the population was 821 peeps, consisting of 653 white males, 146 white females, and 4 free colored people. In 1905, the city hosted a big fair, which increased its publicity. A lot of strikes and unions happened, even though it was illegal, and there was an economic boom due to a bunch of big businesses getting money, and a major increase in graphic arts and independent galleries and such. Now, on to one of the more extravagant happenings in the gorgeous land of Portland, the World Naked Bike Ride. What a great way to introduce the city. This is a truly magnificent day for all of the United States, enticing everyone around the world to come, but holds the most popularity in the city of Portland where it was born. In fact, a lot of people come, but I couldn't find the exact number because I wasn't brave enough to venture past their starring homepage. Also, a logo would have been nice for this video presentation, but I don't think it would be considered school appropriate with all of the animated nudity it features. Here's a more legal image. This event may seem like an excuse for hippies to defy the law and become more natural and rebellious by not wearing clothing, and it is, but a different intent was started in 2004. Ancient hippies, the founding fathers of profane protesting, decided that the new thing they wanted to protest about that week was cars and fossil fuels. These same hipsters also figured that public nudity was a good way to share their opinion, which is somewhat true because it catches more attention than anything else. But I believe this was a cover-up for the expression of their nude passions. I also believe that today's people have strayed even farther from their original purpose. That was fun, but Portland has more to offer, even remaining in the category of bicycles. Have you ever wanted to see a mob of adult men rushing down a mountain on 2.5-foot bicycles? What about being involved in such a thing? Well, that's too bad, because the zoo bomb includes women too. It basically includes the weirdest of Portland's hippies who need more than a simple naked bike ride to fill the emptiness of their lives. And who doesn't want to get intoxicated, find a children's transportation device, ride a bus to the top of Washington Park with several other intoxicated hippies, drink some more, and ride down the hill as fast as you can with other intoxicated hippies? Plus, it happens 3 times every Sunday. If you don't have a miniature mountain bike, you're not out of luck, as there is a pile of extras for the less fortunate of those who want to feel included. Something even more accessible than a free bicycle in Portland is a box. Excuse my second rhetorical question, but what do you get when you mix the zoo bomb and a wooden box? Adults riding down a mountain in wooden boxes. You remember ever wanting to make a go-kart, so you scavenge for unused supplies, but all you get is a big box and 1 tire. So you just awkwardly roll your neighbor around for a while as he plays the final countdown by Gear Up on his weak phone speakers, but have a little bit of fun for some reason? That's a rhetorical question. That's what I did 7 months ago, and a near perfect summary of this event. The only differences are that they have less fun, and that they're professionals at it. However, some cheaters use more than Soapboxes, TDX Adult Soapbox Derby. Within the gorgeous streets of the city, other than ridiculous races, the world's smallest park can also be found. In 1946, Dick Fagan returned from World War II and continued his career at the Oregon Journal.
Can you hear it?
At his office, Fagan had a view of the street below, including an unused hole where a lamppost should go. Probably related to his Portland residence, Fagan was disturbed by this, so he replaced the weeds in the dirt patch with flowers. Along with doing so, Dick Fagan wrote a column in the newspaper called Mill Ends, where he described the interesting events that occurred at this little flower pot. The only colony of leprechauns west of Ireland lived there, with a leader named Patrick O'Toole. Unfortunately, Fagan is the only human who can see them, so that's too bad for all of us. The column was written up until his death in 1969, but told us of the completely real concerts, picnics, and other humanly events that occurred at Mill Ends Park, which lies on Southwest Taylor Street. I don't really care about that, so please let me ramble about something I actually do care about. Dean's Scene. It is, or was, a speakeasy, but remains on Yelp, Google, and Facebook. If you desire free beer and wheat that Dean Pottle made in his basement, then good luck finding it. You can't. Dean died a while ago and didn't know his relatives very well. After his death, his family rejected offers from his friends and sold the house to some random people who won't be supporting the business. There are plans to revive the scene, but I guess that's all I can say about this. That was sadly short. I thought it would be interesting for me to show a big company that's headquartered in Portland, but I couldn't find that. I guess Portland's just not cool enough. You know what Portland does have? A slogan, and a very accurate one at that. Here it is. Keep Portland weird. I guess they've embraced it. It's just a thing that a musician copied from Texas, then put on bumper stickers on a wall, then it was pretty famous. There's a lot more stuff I could talk about, like a donut shop with drugged foods in the shape of deceased humans, or the 24-hour Church of Elvis, or weird people conventions, but that would take forever, and it's already been a couple of boring minutes. Instead, I shall conclude. Portland has the second most boring history ever, and is still pretty boring today. Except for the not boring parts, because those are hilarious, just like my videos, and they make that horrible place unique. Thanks for watching.
An Andrew Bowen production.